Mark the Stampede here. Tonight I'm going to be streaming streaming Super Smash Brothers for Smash Brothers Saturday night, and what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be testing all the DLC stage for tournament viability, and I've increased the time limit a little bit to 8 minutes so I could have more time testing. So I know most tournaments rule set there now is 7 minutes, but there are what, like 15? Wait, one, two, not that many, not 15. 10? It's just 10. So we're gonna do base levels, stages off, hazards off, but base levels. Obviously, because there's no point in testing battlefield. And then I'm just gonna do random, and I'm gonna do it against the I'm gonna do a random against the character that stage is. So I guess my theory is if there's an advantage for any character, it would be the character that it's the DLC stage for. So let's start off with Memento's Joker. And I gotta say something, like what I don't really like about Smash Brothers tournament scene is they've really gone a little bit too gotten a little bit too crazy, I think, with how strict they are with the tournament, with the stages. Like, I understand in Smash 64, no stage is really viable, but Kirby's, but the other tournaments, like, and Melee too, but like I feel like Ultimate has a lot of more stages that could be especially now they can turn hazards off, that should be legal. And I also think like there should be, everything doesn't have to be just basically flat. I think there's room for diagonals. I think that would add to the meta, like. So like I think like this would be I think this is. I've been playing this as like my friends and I have basically been playing this as a basically legal stage since Joker came out, and I think it's not. I don't think anything about it really favors. I mean, yeah, there's like I think this is a stage that probably is good for Joker. It actually is pretty. Seems like it's pretty good for Wolf as well. Just the way that he can use his side B. Seems like this is a good stage to use that on. But I don't think this. Maybe the argument might be. I know people don't like the diagonals, but I think this whole point of counter picks is right, and having, so you don't want what you don't want. Like maybe I think it's too big for the. I think it's maybe a little bit too big for really to. Like I can see people maybe arguing that K. Rool has like a good advantage here, but I think it's too big for K. Rool to really dominate, because I think that there's a place for a smaller character to run away. I don't know what they would say about like the Nair. Maybe this would be impossible to get out of a Nair loop from Pikachu and Pichu, but I think because of. But I'd like to see some more stages, and I don't think there's anything egregious about this stage that would mean it couldn't be a stage that could be in play. And honestly, even the smaller stages, I like to see, like Woohoo Island, I think would be a great stage. It's basically a surfboard. Yeah, obviously that's gonna favor the big heavies because there's nowhere to run. But that's what I'm saying. Like, let's make stage picking more strategy, right? Yeah, I don't feel like, so this is Joker's stage, and I don't feel like he has any sort of huge advantage here. So I mean, I think maybe you can make the argument that this is a great stage for Wolf. I think. I feel like it really flows with his movesets. And then maybe somebody might argue that it's a little too large for a one-on-one battle. Like Sonic could time people out too easily here. But I mean, I would say that you could use this as a. Oh, look at that! I say that this should be tournament legal. And even if your state's too big for singles, at least you did for doubles. Okay, so far one, I'm gonna say is legal. All right, Yggdrasil's Altar. So we'll play against Hero here. Just a random character. So hopefully, okay, so I'm not, I mean, I think Wolf is just an easy character to pick up, so hopefully we'll get somebody. Okay, K-Rool. Alright, so this will be a good test of whether this is bad for a head. Okay, so you think, so yeah, it's hard to get out of, so maybe this would be hard to really, there's really nowhere to get out of K-Rool's way here, but I mean, wouldn't you say the same thing about Final Destination? And so you maybe this is a thing. Oh, the floating platforms. Okay. I'm with the stage effects off. I think I might have to say no because the stage effects are off. So a floating platform. I feel like that puts too much. I feel like the floating platforms that's too much. The changing platforms rather, and I feel like it's just too much uncertainty, too much not randomness, because they do have a. What the heck? What is that doing there? Okay, that wasn't a. All right. I feel like that changes the stage too much, so I don't think I would say that this is a. This should be a legal stage. Yeah, so just get one to get back up. Yeah, and then they also like, yeah, see that one is it's like diagonal, so I think there's just there's too much variety. I know I was saying that I want more variety, but I mean, I think there's too much variety just within the stage itself. So I don't think this stage should be legal. Oh, where'd he go? Oh, he did a zoom. Oh, you know what I forgot I could do? K-Rool is the character that it's pretty easy to pick up. I think he's really hard to master. You don't see very many professionals playing K-Rool, but like he's kind of like a noob killer. And I think I did. I don't know. I think I did decent with K-Rool and DD online. Not great. All right, Spiral Mountain. But you play anybody competitively, they're gonna kick your butt because he's so heavy and slow. All right. And then. All right. From what I remember. Okay, so we have one that's, I'm going to say should be legal and one that's not legal. Okay, Corrin. Oh, man. I'm not a big fan of Corrin. She's gotten buffs, or they've gotten buffs. Because technically, all the dual... Oh, yeah, see, this is not going to work. Look at this. This little area here... No, I mean, I think that's too weird. Like, it's just not even enough for it to be... Like, the fact that there's a place somebody could just camp... I'm pretty sure stage effects is off, aren't they? Yeah, because if stage effects wasn't off, there'd be all sorts of stuff in. Oh yeah. See that little edge there? I think that means that we should. I think that means it shouldn't be legal at all. I think it's too unbalanced of a stage, so I'm gonna say this stage shouldn't be legal. This like little hesitation, like really good Corrins, they like will kill you with like when they're going to use the hesitation on the second part of the side B. Like you just so they're very like they're real good at, I guess, what do you call it? Being unpredictable with it. I'm not so great at it, but I'm playing computer, so it doesn't matter. Okay. No, it wasn't able to paralyzer. I think that's what, like, there's a few characters in Smash Bros. Like when just like, anytime you get like a paralyzing effect, it's just so irritating. Like paralyzer or berry, or you get killed by a Wonder Wing because it's like, oh man, you feel like you should be able to. It's like so obvious. You know what? I think Banjo and Kazooie are a little bit underrated, honestly. They've got a lot of tools. I know they can be, yeah, like their projectiles are kind of straight ahead, but they have so many different ways you can you just keep the distance. Like I know the Wonder Wing is very predictable, but it's also unblockable. But you could just jump over it, but yeah, and if you do a Wonder Wing into the wall, you're gonna die. Okay. So I'm gonna say that one shouldn't be legal. So we have 1 legal and 2 not legal. Alright, let me just make sure my stage effects are off. I'm almost, yeah. See, it's right up here. Stage effects are off. Okay, so let's go to King of Fighter stage, which I think since that has a blast one, I don't think there's any way to actually really turn those stage effects all the way off. So I think because this has a walk-off, I don't think it's possible for this to be legal at all. 3, 2, 1, go! I mean, if it was just a little bit longer, or if it had an actual... You know, I don't really like playing like against good Terrys and good Kazuras. They're very irritating to play against. I'm not even doing well against this Terry. Is this the bad matchup for you? I guess it could be a bad matchup for Bowser. He can't really do. There's not. How is he gonna hit Terry? Doesn't really have that many options, especially on this kind of stage. Now this stage would definitely, I think, is too. Yeah. I think this is so for the Shotos. There we go. Get up there. So yeah, another stage I don't think should be legal. Oh, dang. Yeah, with not the I don't know, what do you call it? It's not a blast off the, what do you call it? I don't remember what you call that, like a breakaway wall? That's not, I remember Sakurai had an actual name for that kind of wall. Just constantly just hope for the dang. Just constantly hope for the big hit. Oh, see, I thought. Yeah, that should kill him. Okay. I realize I'm not impressed with it being a level 6 CPU in any way, but like I said, if I was playing anybody like any higher, then it'd be too hard for me to like really concentrate on looking at the level. But if any lower, it'd be like you couldn't tell whether there was any sort of advantage for the character you're playing against. So like you can tell that this is definitely an advantage for Terry and other Shotos. Also, just even if it wasn't, just this. Like the breakaway walls is definitely a no-no. I don't think you could put that in any sort of competitive play. So yeah, another no. All right, Fire Emblem time. Man, I want to get better with Byleth. Byleth is such a fun character to play as, and excuse me. And I really loved Fire Emblem Three Houses. I thought it was such a great game. So I think this is the same issue. Oh, this is actually multiple issues. I think we have things that go in and out. I think we have a walk-off. We have we have a walk-off, and then we have platforms that move in and out. So platforms that move in and out aren't necessarily a killer, because like Smashville, which one just town and but we have a walk-off, so I think that's definitely, because Smashville is a legal stage and it has moving platforms, but when you combine that with the size of this level and the fact that it's a walk-off, it's definitely a no. I don't think this necessarily has any sort of... I don't think, I mean, it doesn't really help. I mean, it's actually not a bad stage for Ness and Lucas. You know, the difference between Ness and Lucas is interesting, and I don't play... I've always played Ness ever since Smash 64, honestly. Ness was always my character when I wasn't playing, unless I was playing Pikachu. I mean, obviously, in Ultimate, I play a lot of characters. So I'm still looking for the perfect character for me, because Ness is so hard to not get killed with. And Ultimate was the first game I played competitive, which I was already too old to start playing competitive Smash, because, as I said, I was playing when the 64 was out originally, so I'm so old. But you see people like, so you think that way some people use Lucas, you're like, oh man, he's so much better than Ness. But then you see certain people, the way that they use Ness, you're like, oh man, Ness is a top tier character. But it's just there's so much work to do with Ness and Ness and Lucas, not to SD. I mean, you play online and you'll play really good Nesses and Ness Lucas, and they'll even SD. Okay, so the walk-off kills that stage. Not going to be legal. So we've only got one legal, what I would consider one legal tournament stage, or competitive play, not necessarily, maybe not even tournaments. Like my friends and I have more. Like we've taken every legal stage and added to a list, and then or a rule set, which is a really cool thing about Ultimate, that we can do that. And we've then added a few other ones we think should be legal, like I said, like Woohoo Island, and which one? The Dr. Wily's Castle. Also the what do you call it? The one from Final Fantasy. Basically all the Pokemon seem for one, the one that has that weird wall underneath. Okay, so this seems pretty normal. And I know, I think this one, because the effects are off, all the spring crap isn't going on. And it doesn't seem, and maybe Min Min has a little bit of, I think maybe this level is sort of built for Min Min a little bit more than other characters, but I think, like the Ice Climber this seems to be a great place for the Ice Climbers to get their, I don't know any, I'm really bad, I can't do any of the decent crap. But just the basic Ice Climber strategy, like beginner Ice Climber strategy, seems to be working fine. So I think this one should be legal. I don't see any issue with it. Another thing that's kind of, I know that when you look at a lot of the Smash Backroom and other sort of like tournament people that decide what which one should be legal. A lot of them are saying like, oh, this one is too similar to Battlefield, or too similar to Final Destination, too similar to PS2. It's like, yeah, they're similar, but they're slightly different. It would be nice to have some. And I guess like you can't have like 20. You can't have 20 separates. I haven't really done this, have I? Yeah. You can't have 20 levels, right? I mean, I think like I said, when I play with my friends, we have maybe almost 20 that we consider legal. Oh, you know what? That could have been the end. I just need to finish this stock. Okay. No! Come back! Yeah, okay. I just need to get one smash attack on her. Oh man. I'm real bad. I'm very bad with... I'm very bad with ice climbers. You see some, like, what's his name? That one guy from Canada is so good with all the desyncs and stuff. One thing I really like about, especially this version of Smash Brothers, is you take any character and you could, there's a lot, almost every character has a ton of depth to them. And you could spend, like, months just learning their, like, all the different ins and outs of the character. And pretty much every character you can learn how to, pretty much every character is viable on tournament viable. Like maybe not every maybe not everyone, maybe not every character is top tier and you're not gonna be winning a tournament. Maybe not every character is worth learning if you're trying to like be competitive at all, but every character has interesting stuff, and if you practice hard enough, you can make the character good enough to play tournament. Like you've seen Isabelle win Smash Online, the Nintendo Online tournaments, and we've seen like a guy got, was it Pink Fresh, got really far with Little Mac at the SmashCon Fall Fest. So, but anyway, I think that's a good stage. I think that stage should be legal. I'm gonna say, let's make Spring Stadium a legal stage. I think it's interesting. I like the single platform. It's sort of a mix-up. All right, Minecraft World. I feel like just the fact that this is Minecraft World is gonna, but maybe not. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I gotta keep an open. Let's keep an open mind. Captain Falcon. Alright, so this is just playing Steve, that's annoying. Okay. So nothing so far has been anything to do with the fact that this is the way that this actual level is set up. This actual level setup is fine. The thing that seems to be getting in the way is playing Steve, but that's going to be every time you play Steve. You know what's interesting is, I guess not interesting, but maybe it's something that a lot of other, like, not great Smash Brothers players have. Like, I have a real problem playing, like, the lower tier characters. Like, the lowest tier character. Like, I have a real problem playing Steve. I have a real problem playing Jigglypuff is, like, one of my nemesises. I don't know what the problem is. Little Mac, I mean, there's just, I just don't have the patience. So I'm not good at chess. I just don't have the normal patience you should have. I just, like, want to get... Okay. Oh, right into the trap. Very good, Steve. I mean, Steve has... he has, like, really great recovery, so, I mean, maybe he's good against Captain Falcon? I don't know. Oh! Thought he would get him. Oh man, this guy's living forever. Okay, finally got him. Okay, but the actual... Okay, one thing... Okay. One thing that drives me insane is the day for night crap. I hate that. Because I just feel like when the night comes... Though it's not as bad on this as in small battlefield. Oh. Okay. Oh, you know... Okay. You know, when you try to... Okay. It's like... He doesn't have good speed, so people... I don't know. Some Falcon meta says to just use your... instead of moving, like moving, use your B specials to actually move with Captain Falcon, which seems a little bit excessive, but it does work against certain players. Okay, but let's... I mean, is there anything egregious about this level? No, and I think one thing that I think, like I said, like the two, there's nothing happening that's messing up, that would mess up a competitive game. Maybe it's a little bit, maybe as the argument that, no, it's not even as big as Smashville, so, or the towns, I can't, Smashville always seems bigger to me, but apparently Town City is bigger. I like the fact that they're not even. It's just it's nice, the platforms. It's nice to have a mix up. Man, I'm getting my butt kicked by Steve here. Dang. Dang. Oh man, Steve is. It is funny when a Steve puts a thing over your head. That is, I mean, not gonna deny that. Alright, so what's the knee? Oh, it's fair, right? Yeah. You got a fair off stage. Alright, so let's he didn't have an stupid fishing. And yeah, I have trouble playing against Villager and Isabel too. They're just like, I know they're not, they're definitely not like top tier. That was weird. Okay, that was weird. Okay, so it's 2 in a row. I would say let's make that a legal stage. That is a stage that there's nothing about that is... I don't see anything that's an advantage on any player, any character rather, over another. So let's make, okay, Northern Cave. Okay, this one might be a little bit interesting because I don't... Sephiroth is a character I want to get back to. I feel like I've said this before. I feel like Sephiroth and I feel like I have a pretty good roster of just having Sephiroth and Game & Watch. Like Sephiroth as my secondary to my Game & Watch. Right, you know, so what about this? It's a little bit odd to have the platforms basically over the kind of hang over the edge of the stage. But see, this is the whole thing. I like it when we're mixing things up a little bit. I forget, can Falco and Fox reflect Sephiroth's things? You know, I can't remember. There's also an interesting idea that I thought about, but I'm not good enough at Smash to actually ever implement it, is of instead of maining a character, main a type of character, like main spacies. Like Falco, Fox, and Wolf, and then just change it based on then they're similar enough, right, that you could learn them all. You you could probably master them all, maybe. Um, like Spaceys, Fire Emblem Swordies. Like obviously you can't include Corrin and Robin and Violet in there, but you know if you know Roy, you probably know Lucina, you know Marth, you know Chrom, right? And then side kids, Luke. I mean, I think the problem with Lucas and Ness is they're too similar. They have too similar like and then even the rats tries to Pikachu and then I don't think you think about Mario, Wario, and Luigi, but I think Mario is too different for it to really be an easy transition. And the Pokemon are just all over the place, so that's not gonna work. But I guess more Spaceys and the Fire Emblem Swordies. That's those are similar enough, but have enough differences that maybe you can play as, like, that can be your. But I don't think it worked. I don't know. I'm not great with. I think, like I said, I think I have my characters, but I feel like I need to at least have an idea of which sortie I'm the best with. I need to play some more swords. And I know, like people can be like Falco and Falco. I think Wolf has fallen off a little bit, but Falco and like what's his name? Just one SmashCon Fall Tour with, like just one with Fox. So clearly Fox is a viable character. I don't think anybody's had that kind of success with Falco. And Wolf, people used to, there used to be tons of Wolves winning majors, but nobody plays Wolf anymore. I don't know what happened. But anyway, it's an interesting idea. I also don't play Smash enough for anymore. It was getting to be too much work. I hardly have time to play any video games. You have to spend 40 hours a week on one video game. It's just ridiculous. Alright. Didn't try to block that one. Oh, you know what? I forgot to... Yeah, that's what I wanted. You always want to do the drill. Okay, okay, so it's what, 3 in a row? I think that one should also be legal. I don't see... Maybe because you can platform camp, maybe that favors like a snake or something, but I don't see how that shouldn't be legal. So that's 3 in a row. Alright. Let's try Xenoblade. This is another character that I think that I want to get back to. Pyron Mithra. I feel like they've got a lot of stuff, and you could very easily okay, I'm already gonna say this shouldn't be legal. It's too much. It's not that. It's just too. It's too hard to see the state with the stages. You know, I haven't really played with Rosalina since the patch, so oh no. I used to like Rosalina used to be one of my. I never main Rosalina, but there was a time when I was playing a lot of Rosalina. She's just real fun to play as. I'm gonna say this station. I think it's a combination of being too small, not being not being straight. Just I think it's just too uneven. Maybe if it was just you could see the stage better. I mean, this is messing up. Obviously, I feel like this has a big advantage for her attacks against Rosalina's attacks definitely have a big advantage over like a Ness. Ness and Lucas. Oh, yeah, can't get my nair loops in. I think I feel like if you're really good with Rosalina and Luma, you can basically use Rosalina or use Luma to do smash attacks off stage. You have to be really good. And Rosalina I didn't ever really play much of Smash 4 and never any competitive, but she was apparently super awesome in Smash 4. Yeah, like right under Luma. Oh shoot. So I'm gonna say, yeah, I don't think this stage should be legal. I think there's just too many things going against it. Yep, up air. Yeah, I can start like for the Starbits go right over her. It's not because she's small. It's not like she's. It's the way that the stage is set up. So I don't think I feel like this would be too frustrating. I feel like this would be such an obvious advantage for Pyro and Mithra players against pretty much everyone. I don't know who. Even like a Snake like wouldn't have really enough room to camp. Maybe the rats will be okay here because their T-jolts would still go down. So no, I don't think this should be legal. That broker string of should be legal stages. But yeah, maybe I'll play some more Rosalina Loom after, because now that there's been they've had a little bit of a buff, and people are thinking maybe the last patch, but I'm sure they'll do a few more patches. Okay. So if I haven't played much of this level because it's not legal. Oh, okay. Oh shoot, I'm terrible at Shotos. Is this also a walk-off or a blast-off? This is a blast-off. Oh, okay. Okay. This is a very large level, and it has one of those again. Sorry, I don't remember the actual name. Okay, how do I do? There we go, Hadouken. So yeah, this is a no. Not just for the fact that, not even just for the breakaway walls, it's also because it's just too, especially for breakaway walls, it's just too large. Oh, oh. Yeah, I mean, it's just for having breakaway walls, it's just definitely too large. How is he using the Devil Wing when he's at 0%? That's weird. I don't. Oh man, getting my butt kicked now. I'm just terrible at Shotos. I'm also terrible at fighting games, so that probably explains why, right? I'm not good with the precision button. Anything that requires precision, I'm not gonna be good with. Okay. And then yeah, and then look how it changes throughout the match. That's not gonna be. What is the kick thingy? Let's just Hadouken. Okay. Yeah. Okay, he's out of range. Okay, so is it... Oh, is it... Oh, yeah. It's side B. I don't know why I keep forgetting that. No. Oh, okay. One hit and I'm dead. Try to get rid of him first. There we go. I've got some awesome, man, it's so long, what do you call it? Rage, I guess? From being so high, being 200%. There we go. And then what we do is watch this. Oh, almost got him. And Hadouken. Alright. Almost done. Now he's devil wing. Devil Jin. Not Devil Jin, that's the other character in Tekken. Where'd he go? What is going on? Man, alright. 3 stocks. Okay, but that one's definitely not going to be legal. Alright, last stage. Kingdom Hearts time. Also, Sora, I mean, the last time I played Smash and I streamed Smash at the same time. Same thing, was when I played Sora. He seems like a pretty cool character. Man. Alright, so far, the problem is that I'm terrible at Mewtwo. Not that this is a... Okay, well, it does seem to sort of favor his set, his style, but can't get the Shadow Ball. Man, I'm getting my butt kicked. Yeah, I forgot about that. Oh yeah, I forgot about that too. All right. Yeah, bring it on, man. I'll just keep doing this to you. Oh, he made it back. I forget how... Oh, off the top. Is the blast zone too small on the top there? No. Mewtwo's another one of those characters that I'm terrible at playing as, and then I hate playing against. It's the stuff that I feel like that's almost impossible for me to do. Like the confusion. Just I feel like I'm always falling for it. I mean, Wadi has a decent, well, he has a yeah, the Rob player, he has a really pretty decent Mewtwo, doesn't he? From what I remember. But I think he still plays Rob mostly, and I think he's picked up one of the DLC characters, maybe even Sora. Anyway, but not a big fan of Mewtwo. But this stage would seem, what I think, okay, so the thing about this stage is, I understand it favoring Sora, but also, it seems that, I think it would also favor the Mewtwo. So I don't think there's any big advantage, at least in this matchup. Maybe, I mean, maybe this would be super annoying to play Game & Watch, but isn't every stage super annoying to play Game & Watch against? So... I mean, who'd really be a bit disadvantage here? Campers, maybe? Camping characters, because there's not a face that, like, Snake couldn't really do much. Maybe the Belmonts, because they wouldn't really have any room to back off. But I think this stage is fine. Maybe now we're getting to the point where all these stages are too similar when you turn off the stage effects. Which I know I said, but it doesn't. But they're, I think they're slightly different. I think this looks like this middle platform is a little bit lower than in the other, than in the Spring Hill. All right. That's not how any sort I've ever played against on online. They would always get back, or they would kill themselves by doing it too many times. Okay, so let's review which stages should be legal. And I think we have. I think there's more than I thought. So mementos should be legal. No, I like the slants and I like the mismatched platforms. No problem with that. And then what's the next one that should be legal? Spring Stadium also should be legal. With the springs off, there's no. It's just basically one small platform in the center. So nothing crazy about that level. Should be legal. Minecraft World, mismatched platforms, but nothing in the actual level would favor anybody. Northern Cave also should be legal. People may complain that the platforms hang off the side of the stage, but doesn't really favor anybody but maybe some campers. But I think it's small enough that the campers couldn't really camp that much. And then finally, Hollow Bastion also should be legal. So if we look at, okay, so it's actually looks like it's a little bit longer center platform, but I think it is, and maybe it is higher. I thought it was, maybe it's higher. I thought it was lower. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stages should be legal. So half of these should be legal. So I think, yeah, let's get some fresh blood into Smash competitive. I know there are some tournaments that are toying with actually putting items, stage effects on, which is interesting. But anyway, that's my thoughts. I'm getting tired of even just watching the same 4 stages, and by the time all the things are done, it's almost always just Smashville, Battlefield, PS2, Final Destination. So it's pretty much the only 4 stages you've ever seen competitive play anymore. So let's get some new blood in. I'd like to see some more stages. I think that I'd also like to see some more, not flat stages. I'd like to see some actual people have some actual strategy when picking their stages, and I don't have a problem with there being an advantage. Some certain stages being advantages for certain characters. That's part of counter picking. That's why there's stage striking. Beat the character, then pick the stage then strike the stage that's advantage for them. So I think that's it. I don't know when I'm gonna do Smash again. Probably not for a long time. I got a lot of other things I'd like to stream. I'd like to get back to Paper Mario eventually, and also get back to the other Mario game I was playing. I don't remember what it's called, so I'll probably go back to playing Mario games on Saturday night when I'm not doing other stuff. So until next time, take it easy, everybody.